school is located in a small village of a countryside. Therefore, it's not very big and large and modern. There are about 1,000 students, and we have to go to school at different times, so there will be enough rooms. Around the school is an empty grass field, which will be shown project as a part of the school. We hope our schoolboy and girl can have a bigger and more comfortable to study. The gate is very old and rusty, but it can still keep the student from running outside of the school during the rec time. Next to the gateway is parking lot where we park up our bikes. There are many trees and flowers which have been planted through many generations of students, and today we still keep on learning more of them to have a greener place. Those trees bring a lot of shade to us, but which also provide an ideal playground on rec time and after school. We try our best to keep the school a healthy and friendly environment for everyone. It's not the best school someone can find, but it's still developed to many generations of students, including me. Because studying at school, we are trained in skill and get experience in local culture and history. And today, the Youth Union of School has activities to explore the culture of Cai Be. Now, I would like to invite you to follow the reported film with the Dam Culture Union Cai Be. Let's go!
Welcome to our documentary film, a journey about traditional culture of Cai Be by Youth Union of Van Nhac High School.
Comply with the plan number 418 dated March 8, 2021 of the Provincial Standing Committee on Organization of the English Big Text. Youth Union of Van Nhac High School produced documentary film called Cultural Journey to 5 famous places in Cai Be. And the place we are standing is Cai Be Bloody Market.
And now we would like to invite you to come to the first destination, that Cai Be Bloody Market. Let's go!
Tiền Giang province wins an award in not only the rice bowl of Mekong Delta, but also the biscuit fruit producing area throughout Vietnam. About 70 kilometers away from Saigon, the province is situated in north of Tiền River. If you are planning to enjoy a short trip in Delta, make sure that you add Cai Be Loading Market into your bucket list. The Loading Market lies in the area where Tiền River shares the border within 3 provinces of Tiền Giang, Vĩnh Long as well as Bến Tre, mingling with bustling vibe and crowded atmosphere of the market. You might seem to shock up the rhythm of brandishing water low, while your soul seems to be daydreamed by vastness of Mekong River.
Cai Be, Cái Răng, Phùng Hiệp and Phong Điền Floating Market make the 4 largest and busiest markets in Mekong Delta. Cai Be Market was said to originate from the early trading activities by residents from the center of the country. They have founded the land and settled down here since the 17th century. However, some might argue that Cai Be was established during the Nguyen dynasty in the 19th century.
What can we see and do in Cai Be Bloody Market? If you come to this country for the first time, a trip to Bloody Market will be a must-try experience. as you will be able to grasp the typical lifestyle of a worker in southern Vietnam. Cai Be floating market is no exception.
Witnessing well-placed posts of fruits and veggies on board. The trading posts will gather from 3 a.m. for the wholesaling activities. The first activities of the day is to transport fruits and vegetables from the mainland and to rearrange them in an appealing way.
You will see well-placed posts of fruits and vegetables of all sorts and colors. Experts will specialize in a few types, which they will hang on a tall wooden pole, a symbol of southern floating markets. This pole called a bell in Vietnamese, used to indicate what they sell on the boards.
On the whole, most of floating markets begin a new day in the very early morning and last before noon. Therefore, the best way to cut to pieces lifeless and most impressive scenery is to plan to stay around 1 to 2 nights in Cai Be.
Homestay is indeed a memorable experience. Bring with your head sunscreen, insect repellent, and high-quality camera. If possible, spending a day on the board in Cai Be is also a brilliant idea, as it is a cool opportunity to explore the marvelous life of Mekong River. This trip allows you to talk by not only the floating market, but also a small beautiful island like Tong Phong Island. Hello, excuse me. My answer is, what do you think about Cai Be floating market?
It's very nice. It's beautiful and we can buy something cute.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. We would like to end the journey at Cai Be floating market to find the old house village of Dong Hoa Hiệp. Now, let's go!
The Dong Hoa Hiệp village in Cai Be district, Tiền Giang province, is well known for its poetic, airy scenery. Along with two other Asian villages in Dương Lam in Hanoi and Phước Tích in Huế, Dong Hoa Hiệp village has been selected and invested into develop into a countryside tourism model by the Vietnam National Administration of Tourism and the Japan International Corporation Energy. It's called GICA.
Unlike the ancient Đường Lâm village and Phước Tích ancient village, the ancient village of Dong Hoa Hiệp has a poetic, airy setting with ancient houses looming among the green arches, surrounded by peaceful Cai Be River. Tourists can enjoy the village tranquil beauty by taking a canoe on the river or strolling along the winding path between the city arches.
Now, we invite you to explore the ancient house of Ông Kịch.
Dong Hoa Hiệp village were established in the 18th century. There are currently more than 3,000 households scattered in 6 hamlets with a main source of income from specialty fruit or part of the south. Hoa Lộc mango, orange, loose skin grapefruit, lion, Vinh Kim straw apple. Dong Hoa Hiệp also had traditional craft industry such as making rice paper, rolling milk cake. Mr. Kip old house is one of the solid old houses which were built before the French colony period and which still preserved until now in Cai Be, with an old architecture typical the region's many antiquities. The old house reflects slightly in everyday life on architecture of upper class at the time. Location and history. Mr. Kip house were located in Cai Be district and were built approximately in 1838. After more than 150 years, only the main architecture of house remained. In 2022, Observatory Association GICA funded more than 1.8 billion for repairing the house and sent Germany a treaty through this house to monitor the work for more than 6 months. Hence, The entire architecture and decoration of traditional house were restored similar its original design. The house accounts for 1,000 meters cubed, located between 1.8 acres. The house were divided into 5 parts with more than 100 wood pillars. Both its design and furniture in meter scale. All house was built around a traditional structure of a sound. The pattern decoration were carved meticulously on the rafters and walls that bring the distinctive style and the upper class of sound. Miss Teaching White of Mr. Kid said that in the past, her father-in-law had a hobby collection of securities. Therefore, until now, they rank up into varieties and priceless ceramic products were displayed in a traditional old house. Moreover, he spent a lot of money for hiring the best architects from his center to build the design house during many years.
One of the most impressive destinations for tourists in the ancient Đông Hoa Hill village is the Ba Đức ancient house with the exquisite architecture. The house was built in 1850 among the garden of more than 2 hectares with onion, crabwood, oranges, so on, creating a rustic scene that is no less poetic and romantic.
If the front of the house is French style with round columns and curtain, the interior is special Vietnamese architectural space. The house still retains many richest and beautiful items, showing an elegant and rich hobby of rich family in the Asian style.
Ba Đức Old House. Tourists go along the highway 1A to Cai Be Junction, then turn into Provincial Road 875 about 4 kilometers. After the tour, we go to the center of Cai Be district. Go 2 kilometers further to the ridge. Note 2. From here, tourists will see sight to the ancient houses. Ba Đức 100 meters. Mr. Struck, one of the most impressive destinations for tourists in ancient Đông Hoa Hill village is the Ba Đức ancient house with its West architecture. The house was built in 1850 among a garden of more than 2 hectares with onion, milk, grapefruit, oranges, etc., creating a rustic scene that's no less poetic and tremendous. At the run-up house is brand style with round column and core dome. The interior is a special Vietnamese architectural space. The house still retains many precious and beautiful items, showing an elegant and great hobby of rich families in ancient South. The Gold House were the final destination of our journey. Through this video, we wish to bring cultural value to our friends, helping students to understand more about cultural values of Cai Be.